I'm joined now with Sarah Blagg from the Sexual Assault Resource Center in Corning. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me on.
Of course. So we'll get to the fact that you need some volunteers. But first, for people at home who don't know, what is the Sexual Assault Resource Center?
The Sexual Assault Resource Center is a program that offers free and confidential services to anyone who survived sexual violence at any point in their lives. So you don't have to be a recent victim. You don't have to be in crisis to call. But if you've experienced rape or sexual assault, you can always call us. 7 days a week, we have office hours, and we can help talk you through what the next steps are for you.
Nice, and so that's where the volunteers come into play. You need more people to answer the hotline.
Yes.
And so now what would their task be? What would the volunteers be doing?
Our volunteer counselor advocates help us run the hotline on the weekends. Okay. They not only answer calls, and they're not doing that from a call center. They can be at home, they can be out and about. They just need to have access to a phone. And they answer calls and help people just kind of deal with whatever they're feeling at the time. The training that we provide the counselors is free, and it does cover things like basic counseling, victims' rights, the legalities of sexual assault, and what a person's next steps could be. And they also help us cover the advocacy part of the hotline on the weekends. So if a nurse calls from a local hospital, whoever is on call for medical accompaniment will go to that hospital, sit with that person while they're going through their exam. If they decide to have a forensic evidence collection kit collected, they stay with them through that to answer questions, help with paperwork. There are a lot of things that somebody in crisis, especially someone who's dealing with a recent sexual assault, has to go through. And so we train our counselor advocates to be a support system for someone when they're in need like that.
Right, so they're just there to be there for someone who really needs them on the weekends when you guys can't be there, all the time. So we do have the hotline number, and you can also go to your Facebook page, right, for more information too.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, training is coming up on October 12th, so how can people get in touch with you to sign up for training if they are interested in being a volunteer?
The easiest way is just to call the hotline. You can ask to speak to someone about volunteering, and they'll take your name and your basic information, and they'll let me know, and I'll get back to you. The training is 2 weeks. Okay. It's about 30 to 40 hours. That's mandated by the New York State Department of Health, and so once you've gone through the program, you are a Department of Health certified rape crisis counselor.
Wow, wonderful. So that's a great way to get involved and give back to the community for people who just really need someone to talk to.
Yeah.
Great, thank you so much, Sarah.
Thank you.
We'll put the information on our Facebook page too if you are interested in being a volunteer.